Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to talk about another interesting short-term project that in my opinion has a good potential. And this project is called Imperium Empires or the IME token, right? Again, as always guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on any of the projects we cover in our channel. And for this project, I recommend you guys to go to the website imperiumempires.com in order to learn more about this project, right? But before we talk about Imperium Empires, I want to talk to you guys about Gateio. Gateio is a centralized exchange that's known for listing low market cap gem tokens way before they get listed on major centralized exchanges such as Binance or Coinbase. What this means is if you have a Gateio account and if you invest in these low market cap gem tokens, you stand a chance to make 10, 20, 50 or even 100x gains on these cryptos, right? And if you don't have a Gateio account, I highly recommend you guys to go to the description box and click the link in the description to set up your Gateio account today. And by doing so, you're not only increasing the profitability of increasing the chance of your profitability, but you're also able to use some of their world famous tools such as copy trading, giveaways, and NFT boxes in order to further increase your profitability as well, right? And by using the link in the description to set up Gateio account, you're also supporting the Brutal Investor channel, for which I thank you in advance. So going back to the Imperium Empires token, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to rely on the information presented on CoinMarketCap's page for this token, along with the information presented on the website itself. But this is only going to be a peripheral analysis, which means you need to do your own in-depth research before you put your hard-earned money on this token, right? So what is Imperium Empires? Imperium Empires is the first AAA quality MMORTS space metaverse on Avalanche, built by the accomplished the Animoca brand, Tencent and Uber. So right off the bat, they're calling themselves as the first AAA quality MMORTS space metaverse project, which is built on top of the Avalanche blockchain, which is a relatively popular blockchain these days, which has a lot of activity and projects building on top of it. And they are also stating that they are built by a group of members from the popular Animoca brands, which is a really popular cryptocurrency slash gaming company that has invested in a lot of popular projects, including the Bored Ape Yacht Club ecosystem as well. And Tencent, which if you guys don't know, is a popular Chinese corporation, which is one of the most wealthiest corporation in China, along with Uber as well, right? So you guys know what Uber is. So these members from these three companies have joined together to create this game, right? So funded by the Avalanche Foundation and top-tier venture capitals such as GBV Capital and Three Arrows Capital, Imperium Empires starts a new era of GameFi 2.0 through deflationary tokenomics via NFT burns in player versus player battles, guild-centered gameplay which allows players team to earn with their friends, and gamifying DeFi and making DeFi accessible to 3 billion gamers over the world. So they are obviously funded by not just popular venture capitalists such as GBV Capital and Three Arrows Capital, but they're also funded by Avalanche Foundation, which is the foundation that kind of like runs and maintains Avalanche. And they are trying to create a new era of GameFi 2.0 platform through three main mechanisms, right? So the first one is deflationary tokenomics, and they aim to achieve this one by burning NFTs in a player versus player battle. So in a player versus player battle, they burn NFTs, which makes the platform tokenomics quite deflationary, right? The second one is guild-centered gameplay, which basically allows players team to earn with their friends. So you can become a part of a team with your friends, and you can basically focus on creating your own guild that basically moves the game forward, right? And the third one is gamifying DeFi and making DeFi accessible to 3 billion gamers over the world. So they're trying to focus on making this game fully accessible to pretty much all the gamers in the world, which is roughly about 3 billion people, right? So those are some of the highlights of this platform. So what makes Imperium Empires unique? So why would you choose to focus on investing in this project compared to some other project, right? So Imperium Empires is a third-person RTS MMO space metaverse set to disrupt the existing play-to-earn or PTE blockchain gaming model by addressing four main problems commonly seen in most games. So they're trying to create a third-person RTS MMO space metaverse project. So this is a space metaverse project, which means this is one of the few projects that has aimed to create their metaverse projects on the space area. And they're a play-to-earn blockchain game which aims to address four major problems, right? The first one is low-quality graphics and limited gameplay. So low-quality graphics and limited gameplay have been a common theme among multiple games in the crypto space, and they simply put there's no fun playing these games. So obviously there's no real fun in playing these games. So the first thing that you need to get from playing a game is to get fun. You need to have fun playing the game. The low quality graphics as well as limited gameplay doesn't really help that, right? The second problem that they're trying to solve is hyperinflationary and unsustainable tokenomics. So that's another thing that they're trying to focus on. No NFT burn mechanisms such as the NFT supply keeps inflating, and play to earn rewards drain fast and collapse as a number of players grow. So obviously one of the things is that every game that you take, they have their own NFTs, but there's no NFT burn mechanisms in place. So they just have NFTs and people can buy and sell NFTs, and that's pretty much it, right? But this project aims to create a NFT burns mechanism, which makes the NFT very deflationary, thereby making it valuable, right? And apart from that, by having play to earn rewards in other games, you are basically going to get diluted out, because after a point of time, a lot of people will come into the game and they will basically start dumping their tokens, thereby diluting the overall tokenomics of this of their project, right? But what Imperium Games aims to do is to make an incentive for people to basically keep hold of their tokens, and since the tokens are deflationary anyway, this kind of drives the price of the tokens, right? So that's the second objective that they're trying to maintain. So lack of deep DeFi integration. So this is another thing that a lot of games are struggling these days. So most GameFi projects fail to live up to their promises of the FI or FI part, which is again, FI stands for finance. In DeFi, decentralized finance, the finance portion is basically not really captured by any games these days. But Imperium Finance aims to change that, because they're trying to add an actual financial incentive for people to hold and participate in the DeFi ecosystem, right? So the fourth problem that they're trying to solve is a lack of guild-based gameplay that bonds guild members together and makes gaming a social experience. So another thing is that there's a lot of games that doesn't make the experience very social, so you can't really focus on creating your guild, or you can't have team-based gameplay, which is very sad. But Imperium Empires, they're trying to create a guild-based system where people can sit together and play together, as well as have a sociable experience as well, right? So Imperium Empire's solutions to these problems include, so what are they trying to do as a solution to these problems, right? We've already covered a bit about the solutions, but they're trying to go in detail here. So building high quality graphics and gameplay into the Imperium metaverse with the help of an accomplished team of in-house game developers, game designers, and blockchain developers. So they're obviously trying to create a high quality graphics and gameplay option for people to play with experienced developers. So embedding unique NFT burn mechanisms where NFTs or example spaceships can be damaged or destroyed during battles in a player versus player zones that players voluntarily enter. So one of the features that they have is obviously NFT burning. NFT burning is not necessarily the right term, because NFT damaging is also something that you can basically experience in this game, because if you have a spaceship, for example, which is an NFT in this game, you can basically battle another player, and if you take damage to your spaceship, you're technically taking damage to your NFT, and you may in instances basically lose your battleship because of severe attacks, and basically lose your NFT, which is what they're calling as NFT burns, right? So gamifying DeFi and acting as a bridge that connects 3 billion gamers worldwide to DeFi protocols through partnerships with Trader Joe, Benki, and Yield Yak, Imperium Empires aims to become the gamified hub of top DeFi protocols on Avalanche, allowing players to enjoy the benefits of DeFi without the steep learning curve of concepts like total value locked and liquidity mining. So one of the things that they're trying to do to bring the FI or FI in their gamify platform, They are partnering with platforms such as Trader Joe, Benkey, and Yield Yak, which are popular platforms on Avalanche that earn yield, and you can do a lot of cool things with these platforms, including providing liquidity, staking their tokens, and doing a lot of other cool stuff. So their token, like IME, which is Imperium Empires native token, will be available for lots of DeFi as well as GameFi based applications within this platform, right? So the last thing is pioneering team to earn, where players join and compete in guilds. Guilds can easily source, manage, and train their guild members or scholars through Imperium Empire's official guild and scholar management system designed for guilds. So they are also trying to provide opportunities for people to come in and get trained to become a part of a particular guild with their friends, and thereby enjoying the game experience as a whole, right? So those are some of the main key overviews of what this platform aims to do. If you go to their website, which is imperiumempires.com, first of all, they have a very beautiful website, and I have to say that it's one of the most beautiful websites I've seen so far, and they have a lot of options. Obviously, in the mobile version, which I'm recording right now, you can't really appreciate the full beauty of their website, but I suggest you guys to go to your desktop or laptop and enjoy the website itself, which is quite beautiful. So if you see, they have a very beautiful gameplay or game themed video, which gives you an introduction of what they're trying to achieve and how the gameplay should look like. So if you see NFT sizes, new Sporak, white paper, so these are all important information that you can read through, especially the white paper, which I highly recommend you guys to read through. If you scroll further below, so they're the metaverse on Avalanche, again a space-based metaverse. So there's a cool rocket ship in the back. So built by an accomplished team. So they're again referring to the team members who are a part of this project. So if you scroll further below, tokenomics and NFT burns, they're obviously trying to talk about the fact that they're a very unique project that has tokenomics and NFT burns, which makes the tokens very valuable. So pioneering team to earn. So you can basically play this game and participate with your friends and family and become a guild, form a guild yourself, and pioneer in the form of gameplay. As well as, if you scroll further below, DeFi gamification integration. So there's a lot of cool graphics on the page, which helps you to understand how much effort has been put into this project, right? So here's the official trailer, which I highly recommend you guys to watch through. It's pretty impressive. Team to earn, which is one of their options. Player versus player, as well as PvE is also. So there are lots of options for people to play, right? So spaceship NFTs. So these are all the NFTs that, as I mentioned, will take damage if you participate in a player versus player match. And these are all cool NFTs, in the forms of spaceships, which have their own stats, right? So if you scroll further below, you can see some of the other cooler versions of the spaceships. So faction character NFT. So you have a faction character. You can choose your character and become part of a faction. This is their team members here, including members who have helped to build this project. Obviously, it's a semi-doxed team with no real social media information for this particular team members linked here, which is kind of like, it may look concerning, but it's actually a really good project backed by some of the biggest venture capitalists out there, right? So our investors and strategic partners. So again, here are the list of venture capitalists that we've already covered upon. There's a lot of other members whom we have not mentioned before, but they're all probably partners and not like investors, right? So if you scroll further below, tokenomics itself. So if you see, the IME token, which is the native token, has a 10 billion total supply, which we'll cover in a few seconds. Community gets 16.05%, as well as seed and strategic sales get 6.75%. Teams and advisors get 20.00%. Liquidity is 10%. Public sale is 2.22%. Play to earn and staking rewards is 45%, right? So that's the most important distribution that you need to know. Here's a roadmap, which I recommend you guys to watch through as well. And at the bottom, you have the social media information, which can help you to become a part of their community, right? So overall, a very nice game. I really like the graphics at their website. Is overall pretty cool and well designed. It's a very nice game that I've also played this game, so I can definitely attest to the fact that this is a really good quality game. It definitely is very addictive nonetheless, right? So if you go to their coin market cap paid first token, this token is currently ranked 4,630th by market cap on coin market cap, and it's currently trading at less than 1 cent per token. In fact, it's trading at $0.004 per token, and it has been going down in the past 24 hours of about 1.44%. Not crazily low, but if you look at the grand scheme of things, the token has dipped quite a bit. And if you scroll below, the market cap is only $3.1 million of market cap, which is crazy because even this market cap cannot be trusted at any given point of time, because it is a very new project which is very volatile and extremely, a low market cap, right? So I would probably call this project as a low market cap gem project, because there's definitely a huge potential for this market cap to go at least to 25 to 30 million dollars in market cap in the next few weeks, which will definitely put this project as a really good opportunity for the short term, right? Because think about this: if this project does a few X's, the market cap will significantly go up along with the price itself, which is going to be an easy short-term gain for this from this project, right? So definitely the market cap is low, which is a really good opportunity for people to get into, right? So the max supply, as we discussed, is 10 billion tokens, which is one of the negatives of this project, but at the same time, it's not really negative. The reason is that even though the circulating supply, the self-reported circulating supply, which cannot be which should not be taken seriously, because there could be lots of factors that could influence the circulating supply at any given point of time. But at this time, it seems like 647 million tokens are in circulation out of the 10 billion tokens, right? Which, even if you take it as it is significantly smaller than the max supply. Obviously, this is a very new project, so there's a long way for this project to go. And even if this project were to suffer from long-term like price slumping, that is going to probably not last long, because this token has some burning mechanisms in place. As we discussed, NFT burning is definitely a thing. The token burning is also a thing, because they have steps in place to burn tokens in order to make the tokens deflationary, right? And at the same time, they have staking as well. So a lot of people would be choosing to stake their tokens in order to get NFTs or NFT spaceships, or even kind of get some staking reward. So that will kind of like take a lot of tokens out of the system. But despite that, I can easily see this token having some really big issues, at least in the early stages, for this token to grow, because of the people who are going to be more inclined to dump this token rather than hold on to this token, right? But despite all that, I still believe that due to its low market cap, this token can pump extremely hard in the short term, right? So if you scroll further below, if you see the charts, you can easily see that this token has been at its all-time lows right now. In fact, it was doing quite well in the short term a couple of times, and we'll discuss through that. So if you see, the initial price of this token was 4.7 cents at the time of 23rd of December 2021, which is like last year. And if you see, the token immediately went down to 2 cents per token, which was its first all-time lows at that time, reaching this price at on about 11th of January 2022, and then it reached an all-time high, which is its current all-time high, of 6.1 cents per token. This was again 18th of January 2022, and then went down, took a breather, and then reached its second all-time highs, reaching as high as 6 cents per token before crashing down. And since then, the token, even though it has tried to make some small peaks and dumps, it has overall been in a downward trajectory, and now it's trading less than 1 cent per token, right? So as I mentioned, this token has an incredibly low market cap, which means that this token is going to pump extremely soon. And at the same time, if you look at the price of this token, it is at its all-time low, which is the best time to buy this token. If you take this product, it has some strong fundamentals, it has good graphics, good roadmap, and pretty much equal distribution to everyone who has received this token so far. And at the same time, there's backings from Animoca brands. It is even funded by the Avalanche Foundation. So a lot of positives for this token, which could make this token a really good token to pump in the next few months, right? Once the market starts turning around, this will be a project that you can definitely expect to pump. And I think the market cap can easily touch 25 to 30 million dollars in the next few weeks, right? So again, that's just my opinion, guys, financial advice. So if you take a look at the Bitcoin comparative, obviously, Bitcoin comparative is even more volatile than dollar comparative. The initial price of this token was 94 satoshis per token, and then it went down, reaching a low of 5 satoshis per token before making its all-time highs of about 14 to 15 satoshis per token before bouncing up and down, and then slowly going to its all-time low price point, which is currently at less than 1 satoshi per token. So I would not really recommend you guys to buy this token with Bitcoin comparative. I would suggest you to stick to dollar comparative and buy this token with USDT, or you can buy this token with USDC as well on Avalanche. But I would suggest you to stick only to the stablecoin comparative and not with Bitcoin comparative, right? So you can definitely make some really good gains with dollar comparative. If you choose to buy this token with Bitcoin comparative, you need to understand that Bitcoin itself is quite volatile right now, and you could lose money because of that, right? Again, it's not financial advice, it's my personal opinion. When it comes to the markets itself, obviously this token is listed on very few exchanges. Since it's from the Avalanche ecosystem, it doesn't really have a lot of traction from many centralized exchanges, but it is listed on Bybit as well as Trader Joe. Trader Joe is the decentralized exchange on the Avalanche ecosystem, along with Pangolin, along with MEXC. So MEXC is also a relatively less well-known exchange, which is known for listing low market cap tokens like this, right? Obviously, this token does not have a listing on Gateio, which is our favorite exchange. And if you don't know what Gateio is, it is a popular exchange that's known for listing low market cap gem tokens before they get listed on major centralized exchanges. I've been hearing that this token will get a Gateio listing pretty soon, but once Gateio gets to list this token, you can easily buy that token by using the link in the description to set up your Gateio account. And by doing so, you're not only increasing your profitability, but you're also getting a 30% trading fee rebate on any trades that you make as well, right? And by using the link in the description to set up a Gateio account, you're also supporting the Brutal Investor channel, for which I thank you in advance. So apart from Gateio, I believe that MEXC and Bybit are probably the best opportunities to buy in the centralized exchanges. But I think Trader Joe and Pangolin are the best options to buy this token, because you will be paying literally close to nothing in gas fees, and you'll be using decentralized exchanges to buy this token at a relatively good price, right? And so that's pretty much my verdict, guys. So what's my final verdict? I think this token is an amazing token for the short term. It definitely has a huge fundamental opportunities. You can easily see this token crossing at least 20 cents by the next 3 months period of time, which is definitely a possibility. And since this is at its all-time low, this is probably the best opportunity to buy this token, and you'll be making some really good short-term gains in the next few months, right? Again, this is just my opinion, guys, not financial advice. Please do your own research before you put your hard-earned money on this token, right? Again, remember, guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you liked my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.